Imagine waking up to a message that your child's school has been hacked, grades frozen, medical files stolen, social security numbers exposed, and the attackers are demanding money or they'll dump everything online. For thousands of families, this horror wasn't a movie script, it was real. And behind that fear stood a name spoken quietly in cybersecurity circles: Vice Society, a ransomware gang that built its empire by preying on the most vulnerable. Vice Society appeared in the shadows around 2021, believed to be rooted in Russian-speaking cybercrime circles. They weren't activists, they weren't rebels, they weren't fighting for justice or ideology, or to help solve humanity's problems. They were digital predators hunting for profit. Even their name, Vice Society, carries a sinister tone, as if they viewed themselves as a private criminal club above morality, above consequence, and above humanity. Their objective was brutally simple: break in, steal everything, lock the systems, and demand ransom. They perfected a cruel tactic known as double extortion, meaning even if an organization refused to pay, the hackers still held stolen data hostage. What made Vice Society's rise different from other cybercrime groups was their niche. They repeatedly targeted schools, hospitals, and public institutions that lacked strong cybersecurity and had no choice but to keep functioning. They attacked the places everyday people depend on, knowing these victims could barely afford to defend themselves, let alone negotiate with criminals. Vice Society had no flashy logo, no grand propaganda machine, no dramatic symbolism. Their identity was built on fear and silence. Their brand was a dark web leak site where they posted stolen files as punishment for those who refused to pay. Student records, medical scans, financial documents, psychological assessments, birth certificates, everything that makes a person vulnerable, exposed in public as leverage. Their message wasn't spoken, but it was unmistakably loud: pay or we ruin lives. If they had a slogan, it would be something cold, ruthless, and unforgettable. Your data is our hostage. Their attacks were not random, they were devastating. In 2022, they struck the Los Angeles Unified School District, one of the largest school systems in the United States. Thousands of students and staff woke up to a digital nightmare: stolen exams, private counseling records, social security numbers, health information, disciplinary files, all seized by Vice Society. When the district refused to pay ransom, the group dumped the data online, leaving parents terrified and children exposed to identity theft before they were even old enough to vote. But LA wasn't alone. Vice Society hit schools across the UK, health organizations in the US, medical boards abroad, small businesses, public service agencies, anyone underfunded, understaffed, and unprepared. A hospital system they attacked had to redirect emergency patients because doctors couldn't access medical charts. In some cases, surgeries were delayed, treatments postponed, and families left to wonder if their loved ones were getting care based on guesswork instead of records locked behind ransomware. One of their most cruel patterns was targeting K-12 schools. Teachers couldn't take attendance, parents couldn't access school portals, students couldn't log into assignments, but the worst part came afterward. When stolen student records began appearing online, for Vice Society, children weren't off limits. Children were leveraged. So were they ever arrested? As of now, no confirmed arrests have dismantled the core of Vice Society. They continue to operate in the dark, hiding behind anonymous networks, international borders, and the complexity of the cyber underworld. They strike quickly, quietly, and disappear, only to reappear under new names, new tools, new campaigns. For families, workers, and students caught in their attacks, justice has not yet arrived. This leads us to the moral question, the one that gnaws at anyone who hears their story. Does anything they do justify the damage they cause? Some argue cybercriminals force institutions to strengthen their defenses, But tell that to the child whose identity is stolen before they even reach high school. Tell that to a hospital patient whose treatment is delayed because their chart is locked. Tell that to the teacher whose personal information is leaked because their school couldn't afford better cybersecurity. Vice society doesn't inspire change. They inflict chaos. They don't expose vulnerabilities for the greater good. They exploit them for revenue. They don't operate in the gray area of ethics. They operate in darkness, where the only goal is profit and the only weapon is fear. In the end, their story is a warning, a reminder that in today's world, battles aren't always fought with guns or bombs. Sometimes they're fought through encrypted networks, stolen passwords, and systems people depend on every day. And sometimes the people hurt most are the ones who can't fight back. After hearing their story, what do you think of it? Do you think Vice Society's actions served a greater purpose? Or are they simply criminals who attack the innocent because they can? Let us know what you think in the comments. And most importantly, stay vigilant and protect yourself online. Thanks for watching.